Hi, everybody. Hi, Aunt Bex. Hi, Renee. It's great seeing you. There I am. I'm on my iPad and on my computer dealing with the lag. And I love in StreamYard, they don't show the waving hand, they describe it. So for Aunt Bex, it says hand dash pink dash waving dash hand dash pink dash waving hand dash pink dash waving. It's funny. Hi, Angie. Good afternoon. Hi, Nettie. I'm thinking of you. Um, Thinking of all of yous. Thinking of Nettie. So many of you were here last week and watched The Struggle is Real. And on Wednesday, I showed the book a little bit more, and it's all in its. The innards are now in the book. So I'd like to finish, well, hoping to finish it. I've got, sometimes when you're working on a project, hi, Mary Lou, when you're working on a project like this, you got all these bits and pieces and they're all over the place. And I'm trying to try to think, well, you've got to do that first, and then you got to do this, and then you want to do that, and all of that. Mary Lou, what a gift that you sent to Becky. What? So much good stuff. Beautiful stuff. That was awesome. That's what happens. Yep. When you're destashing, people around you, luck out with the major destash. Yeah, that was so awesome. So wonderful of you. So, yeah, I think I'll do my reading and then we can get on with the Halloween Gothic Masquerade Journal that I've been working on for seems forever, and hopefully I can knock most of it out and at least have stitch it, Pam, and at least have enough. I don't think I'm going to finish it tonight, but I'll come close, and hopefully I'll have enough, motivation to finish it. I have so much trouble, so hard finishing stuff. So today I was hoping that he had something on Halloween, but he doesn't. So Zeus wants out. Okay. All right. Hi, Chris. Good to see you again. Saw you this morning at Miriam's. And Miriam built this beautiful, I guess you'd call it a faux birthday cake for her granddaughter. It's absolutely gorgeous, but you're not going to eat it. She just made this beautiful model of a birthday cake, I guess. So it was very pretty. So the name of this one is Brass Rule. I don't know what a brass rule is. Again, I don't pre-read these. I just start reading them, knowing that they'll be appropriate. Oh, okay. That's funny. That stuff never made it into my house. My enabler brought it over, and I knew it belonged at Becky's. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. And speaking of gifts, I should tell you a rule. It is not my rule necessarily. It came from a grumpy-looking man at a holiday office party, a man coming down with a full-blown case of Scrooge-itis. He had just unwrapped his dinky little present from under the office tree. In tones of amused sorrow, he said to nobody in particular, it's not true that what counts is the thought and not the gift. It isn't true. My mother was pulling my leg on that one. I have collected so much gift-wrapped trash over the years from people who copped out and hurriedly bought a little plastic cheapie to give under the protective flag of good thoughts. I tell you, it is the gift that counts, or rather, people who think good thoughts give good gifts. It ought to be a rule, the brass rule of gift exchange. And he stomped off toward a garbage can, carrying his little gift as if it were a dead roach. Well, maybe so. It's kind of harsh judgment and cuts a little close for comfort. But the spirit of the season has been clear for a long time. God, who, it is said, started all this, cared enough to send the very best. on more than one occasion, and the wise men did not come bearing tacky knickknacks. Even old Santa, when he was making his list, is checking it twice, and the angels came bringing good news, which was not about half-price sale. To be honest, I do know what I want someone to give me for Christmas. I've known since I was 40 years old. Wind up mechanical toys that make noises and go around and around and do funny things, no batteries. Toys that need me to help them out from time to time. The old fashioned painted tin ones I had as a child. That's what I want. Nobody believes me. It's what I want, I tell you. Well, okay, that's close, but not quite exactly. That's not quite exactly it. It's delight and simplicity that I want, foolishness and fantasy and noise, angels and miracles and wonder and innocence and magic. That's closer to what I want. It's harder to talk about it, but what I really, really, really want for Christmas is just this. I want to be 5 years old again for an hour. I want to laugh a lot and cry a lot. I want to be picked up and rocked to sleep in someone's arms and carried up to bed just one more time. I know what I really want for Christmas. I want my childhood back. Nobody's going to give me that. I might give it at least the memory of it to myself if I try. I know it doesn't make sense, but since when is Christmas about sense anyway? Christmas is about a child of long ago and far away, and Christmas is about the child of now, in you and me, waiting behind the door of our hearts for something wonderful to happen. A child who is impractical, unrealistic, simple minded, and vulnerable to joy. A child who does not need or want or understand gifts of socks or pot holders. People who think good thoughts give good gifts. Period. The brass rule is true. There you go. The brass rule. People with good thoughts give good gifts. That's so true. And gifts. Halloween, I guess, is the gift of candy for many. You're feeling a little icky. Oh, okay. All righty. I found speaking of wishing to be a child again, I was thinking about Halloween, which is tomorrow, right? No, not tomorrow, a day after. Feel better, Mary Lou. Hi, Janice. Good to see you. And I was remembering trying to, think about Halloween when I was a kid. And, actually, that's when you could go trick-or-treating. Hi, Beth. Good to see you. It's when you could safely go trick-or-treating and you didn't have to worry about razors stuck in apples and all those horrible things that have happened over the years and have, reduced Halloween to, reduced it to something that doesn't really resemble the Halloween of my youth, and there was no set trick-or-treating times, which I'm sure the parents didn't appreciate. But man, if Halloween was on a Saturday, you were out hitting the houses by 10 a.m. and you didn't stop. You might come home and go to the bathroom and get a new paper bag and then hit that neighborhood again. And mostly handmade, homemade costumes. And I found a picture of me, and I've used it before. I've actually used it as like a Timmy people, but me in a store-bought Halloween costume, and I'm smiling because I'm very, very happy because I am a pirate. So this is a picture of me as a pirate, Captain Kidd. Actually, it says Captain Kidd on the hat, and you can see I got this big ratty belt and rolled up sleeves. And I'm guessing I'm about 8 years old, maybe, in this picture. And that's the neighborhood in Wantor. So that's me as Captain Kidd with a ratty ass flannel shirt that's half untucked. But oh man, was I happy. I was a pirate, not a cowgirl. So, but that's, that was Halloween. Shiver me timbers. That's right. Yep. Shiver me timbers. I do have a picture of me in a cowgirl costume, and I'm crying. I am crying because it's a cowgirl costume and not a cowboy costume. So, anyway, so I hope, yeah, I have memories of Halloween, but mostly just house to house type of trick or treating and in the neighborhood. And I lived in a suburban neighborhood, and you could go for miles, house after house after house. And so it was a lot of fun. So here's some tags that I've made for my journal. And I'm trying to use up Timmy stuff. So this is all Timmy stuff, and I kind of did a 3D thing on the eye. So that's one tag, and I bought some tin boxes from Johnny, and I just opened them yesterday, and inside them were this gold and silver ribbon, which I thought was perfect, and I made this little thingy, so I'm going to put those on some of the tags, and that's one I made. And so here's the book. And you saw the cover last week, and I was struggling, fighting with getting these signatures sewn into a little tiny piece of tie back. And I finally got it situated and into this book. So we're going to work on this. And I've got some tags still to do, but so let's see. Let's kind of, and it's crumbly. It sounds really nice because this is coffee dyed paper that I made. And boy, it just really smells of coffee. I mean, it still does. And I made these papers quite a while ago. Here's a Walgreens bag, coffee dyed. So here are some pockets. These images are coming from Gothic, not Gothic, oh my God, Graphic Fairies, Witch Academy thingy. So let me stick these pockets in. And then I can put stuff in the pockets. But isn't that a great picture? I love that picture. I've told this story before, but one Halloween, and I'll tell it again because I think it's a funny story. One Halloween, it was late. I would say it was probably 10 o'clock. My mother had turned the porch light off, and she was done with answering the door, because my father would never answer the door. That was, I guess dads didn't do that. At least my dad didn't do it. And she turned the porch light off, and the doorbell rang. And she went to the door, and there was a little kid in there with a sheet and holes poked out of the sheet. Trick or treating. And the little voice said, "Trick or treat." So my mom, gave the kid some candy and didn't think anything of it. Closed the front door, turned off the porch light, and walked away, right? Well, the doorbell rang again. "Hi, Gail." And this little person was there. The same little ghost person. And my mother kind of looked at them and said, "You were just here." And the person said in a tiny voice, "It's not enough." And my mother was kind of like, didn't know what to say. Like, "What do you mean it's not enough?" And so I think she gave him, maybe she gave the kid another candy bar because she didn't, at this point in time, she didn't care. She just wanted to, be done with it and get rid of the candy. So the same thing happened again. And damned if the doorbell didn't ring again. And it was that little kid. And they said again, "It's not enough." And then at that point, the adult who was hiding in the sheet, who happened to be our neighbor, pulled off the sheet and kind of had a good laugh at my mom's expense. I'll always remember that. It's not enough. Can you imagine? It's not enough. And my mother giving Helen, her name was Helen, another candy bar or whatever they were giving out that year, whatever she was giving out. Do you know, as a kid, there was always that one house that gave out the best candy, everybody. And I remember that house. I know I could find it. If I could transport myself to Earl Road in Wantua, Long Island. I would know exactly where that house is if it hasn't been taken down. They gave out the full size candy bars. I mean, the big ones. And I remember when you went to their house, you rang the doorbell and they came and they had this gigantic wooden like salad bowl. And in the salad bowl were like full size Hershey bars and Three Musketeers and Almond Joy, and but the full size. And I don't even know that they had invented miniatures by that time. I'm talking a long time ago. So we always went to that house. That was like, and that was a given every year. They would give out the full size candy bars. And so they were the bomb. They were the most popular stop on the Halloween route. Full size candy bars. How many of you are gonna? Yeah, well, I remember that because it was so, over the top. We went to the full size Hershey bar house first. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't remember. They must have had kids. They must have been older kids. And that's where I met my best friend, Nancy. We met the first day of kindergarten, but we had no idea where we lived. I had no idea where she lived. She had no idea where I lived. But on Halloween, she came trick-or-treating, and she trick-or-treated at my house. And I must have been home changing grocery bags or something. I don't know. Because I answered the door. Because I was excited to see how the kids were dressed up too, even though I was a kid. But I answered the door, and there Nancy was. And I didn't realize that she lived that close. We won't, because no one comes around and everyone does. Yeah, trunk or treat. Yeah. Remember the one year we went in town to trick or treat, and we were escorted into the house, and there was a line of 3 or 4 old people, each with a bowl in their lap. Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, we never did the trunk or treat thing, obviously. And I know that some of when my boys were growing up, it was still fairly safe to trick or treat. But they had to. The community that they grew up in was a summer community, so there was hardly anybody that lived there year round. So they had to walk far from house to house to find somebody that was giving out. We won't, because no one comes. Even in your neighborhood, you live in looks like a multi-generational neighborhood. No one's. You lived that way in the country. You went into town? Yeah. Well, where I was living before I moved to Florida, we had a lot of kids, and people would literally, "Hi, Deb," come drive their kids to Bemis Point and drop them off because they figured it was safer for them to trick or treat in Bemis than it was down in Jamestown, which was a bigger city, I guess. And of course, you would have the next morning, you would have smashed pumpkins everywhere and teepee trees and all of that. And one year they were doing some building on the elementary school, so a bunch of the bigger kids took the porta potty, thing, and put it on the front lawn of the superintendent of schools, because he lived in Bemis, that kind of stuff. And I think I told you I had a bunch of my students trick or treat at my house. And I was always very careful, to be really kind of laid back up until Halloween, because I was afraid, what the kids would do. So And I lived in town where the school was, and I knew I'd have students, right? So I had a group of boys come to the door, and I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to tell it again. And I think they were eighth graders. I guess they were seventh graders. I guess I was teaching seventh grade, one of them. And trick or treat, very polite. Oh, thank you, Miss Laura. Very, very, very polite. Gave them their candy. I gave out good stuff. And then the next group of kids were a bunch of girls, students too. And when the boys had left, I thought, wow, they smell really good. I think they got themselves all cleaned up. And shaving lotion smelled good. And of course, the next group of kids, a bunch of girls, they said, Miss Laura, do you know you have shaving cream all on the side of your house? So that's what those little boogers had done. They had sprayed shaving lotion all on the side of my house. Well, it could have been a lot worse, right? And it did smell nice. Oh, really? Happened over last week's evenings. Not sure why they did that so early. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, because the clocks used to go back just before Halloween, and yes, that's what actually Laura Crafting Jersey, Laura Jersey, she's the one that mentioned it in somebody's stream the other day that they have that back. So they take stuff away. They took our rooms away. I'm still upset about that. So the Facebook groups, if you have a room, no more as of November 16th. They are removing all of the rooms, which is a bummer because I had a room and we really enjoyed sharing that time together. Very laid back, sharing our crafts and helping one another. And they decided, the wisdom of the powers to be of Facebook, they decided to remove the rooms. And Safia sent me a link on what they're suggesting to do instead. So I think I'll try it. I don't know how but you can open up, you can initiate a video call, right, through Messenger, and that will generate a link, and then you can push out that link to anybody you want, and then they can join in that conversation as a live conversation. So I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know that I want how to push out that many links. So I don't know. I just don't know how it's going to work. And I didn't get that down right. I don't know. But we'll see. Oh, is that right? Oh, you already had Halloween on the weekend. Well, maybe that's it, right? Oh, okay. Pam's already had Halloween. Well, that's what we thought too. That was the conversation. We thought that it's become so popular that they figured they could charge for it. What I've done here is I've made a pocket and I should have done this to it, so I'll do that to it now. I always forget to do that. It doesn't seem like much, but it's just that little extra oomph. Okay, look. Okay. And then I want to cover this, so I have another piece of paper. And this came from that digital collection collage thing. Sounds like have to link. Yeah. Now, in the group that some of us are in, my group, I mean, we have basically the same handful of ladies every week, and I don't know whether this is what I can discuss it here. I was thinking that possibly, Thursday comes around and I go to my Facebook group, right, which is private. So everyone that's in there has answered our questions. And then in the Facebook group, just post the link. And then I don't know how to make an announcement. I guess you'd have to make an announcement, or I don't know. I just haven't figured out all the logistics. And I don't know whether I want to post I guess it really wouldn't matter. We really don't know how this is all gonna pan out until we're actually faced with having to do it, which is going to be here before we know it. And I think Becky said you have until such and such a date to get all your stuff. If you have stuff that you want to remove from the website, from your rooms, if you have data in your rooms. I don't have any data in my rooms, in our rooms, because I never recorded anything, never kept anything. Matter of fact, deleted the rooms as soon as they were done. So I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. November 10th. And then the rooms go away on the 16th. Yeah. Thanks, Beck. That's what I thought. How about this lovely person? I love this. This is a beautiful person. This is from the Masquerade bundle from Graphic Fairies. Nice little Skelly with her white gloves on. And I fussy cutted her out, which was a pain in the ass, but I did it. I did it. Let me do a little thingy around her too. So that's an interesting thing that they've removed it. There's Zoom, but I don't think Zoom is only good for 40 minutes, I think, unless you have a paid account. And then you can be in Zoom, right? You can be in a Zoom meeting for 40 minutes and then it's over, and then you can come back in and start all over again for another 40 minutes. And Google used to have their they had their Google meetings, but I think those are gone. So I don't know. Don't know what's going to happen. The other thing I thought, well, maybe people were up to no good. They were plotting bad stuff in Facebook rooms, and they didn't want to deal with it. I haven't, I'll have to Google that. I don't know if there's anybody Googled to just the general Google question as to why they've eliminated the rooms, because I forgot to do that. I meant to do that before I went live today, just to be out of curiosity, just to say why. I'm assuming there's a reason. And I'm afraid that, it very well could be that they want money, which wouldn't surprise me, It's all about money. So we'll put her here. Okay. I bought bigger bottles I thought I was buying this size bottle, but they were bigger. And I can't get, like, I can't, what I'm squeezing out here is glitter glue. And the little black thing that came with it, the the stem got stuck. So I have more trouble with my glue. When I watch people and they just take this and they do this beautiful thin little line and it's all neat and the glue flows just, beautifully. And I can't seem to get, I mean, this is pretty good. Stick her here. Okay, there you go. Beautiful lady. And let's see, these are pages that I made. And of course I put them in upside down, but shh, don't tell anybody. It wouldn't be my journal unless it was upside down and backwards. And you know that to be a fact, right? Got this as a pocket. These are pre-made pockets, but Becky showed me how to make pockets that are really simple. And maybe I can make one when I finish with these, because very, very efficient way of making pockets if you need pockets. All right. So there's nothing else really new and exciting here. I watch my grandson play hockey. He is in Las Vegas playing hockey. He was in a tournament. So he played Friday night and this morning. And he scored, let's see, a total of 4 goals between the 2 games. But it's still hard to recognize him because this is just amateur filming. Oh, that's nice. Baking some brownies. Do you bake your brownies from scratch, Aunt Bex? Or do you do a pre-mix? I remember there used to be a recipe on the back of the Hershey's cocoa, the Hershey's cocoa mix, the baking mix. Let's see. Let's stick that there. Come join us if you dare. Ha 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 ha. I don't think I've ever been. Okay. I don't think I've ever been to a Halloween party. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Where you actually get dressed up? No, I'm pretty sure I have not ever been. I was going to talk to my friends, the ones that are moving, but not yet. They're still here, but they've moved to a different place. And where they used to live in Cape Canaveral, they were in a gated community, but now they're in just a regular neighborhood. And I wonder if she even realizes that I'm suspecting they're probably going to have a lot of trick-or-treaters. So I should really give her a heads up. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. She could have a whole lot of trick-or-treaters. And she's from Ireland, and but she said they didn't trick-or-treat, but they always had Halloween parties. And as a kid, the people would come and the kids would hang out at some parent's house. So I didn't realize that they did that in Ireland. Didn't think they would even do Halloween. Well, it is a religious holiday. Hi, Joyce. Good to see you. It's great to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. All Saints Eve, right? Whoops. See, glue stick, wet glue. I know the glue that would work for sure. I just can't stand using it. And that's Yes Paste. I try every once in a while. I try some Yes, and it's no, 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 no. All right. So I got stuff to stick in these pockets too, like this beautiful tag. Here's another tag I made earlier. And I did a little, like, this is on a piece of cardboard, so it gives it a little height. And I did the other, like the little butterfly and the bats, that's a little height there. And so this is a two-sided tag that I did. So that's gonna sit in here. Get that little butterfly in there. So that tag goes there. And I made a little pocket using Becky's method. And this is an itsy bitsy tiny tag, but I've got lots of stuff to stick in these little tags. And I use that sheet of skeletons. So let's try some of this and see whether this works. So we've used glue stick. We used double-sided tape. We've used glitter glue. And we'll try some Elmer's Extreme. Has anybody ever tried Aleene's clear glue? Hi, Rain Girl. Good to see you. And again, I forgot to do the thing. I'll do it now. How are you, Rain Girl? Haven't seen you in a long time either. Thanks for popping in and saying hey. I noticed that I'm up to 660 subscribers. I was at 660 and then they took one away. So I was 659 and now I'm back up to 660. So I'm grateful for that. And as I said, the clocks go back. Remember how I started to say the clocks used to go back just the week before Halloween. And then they changed that. So it happened like after Halloween. So I guess they go back November, whatever. I'll just stick that there just to cover that. Actually, I could just, oh, I don't know how to do that. I'll just put glue here and here and make a little, sneak in another little pocket. Are you waving goodbye? Or you're just waving hi, Deb? I hope you're waving hi and not goodbye. So whoops, whoopsies. Oh, the other thing I did next Sunday. Thank you, Gail. Next Sunday. Thank you. There, I'll have another little pocket there that I can stick little lighter stuff. And this is a lady from the Masquerade bundle. And I kind of cut her out. So she's kind of like that. And I kind of put black here behind this, but yeah. All right. So now you're getting a little flipperoo. Oh, there's the other pocket. I was wondering where that was. Jeez. All right. Let me stick that pocket in, and then you're probably bored watching me do pockets. But I want to, and I'll show you some pictures that I did. I'll show you how I do. Why don't I do that now? I can always do that. Let me show you that. So anyway, let's see. Here's I wanted to show you. These are the new, I don't know how new they are. Hi, Barbara. But these are the new to me, the We Are Memories new grommets. And I bought a whole bunch of the different colors from Spectrum Arts. This is what they look like. And I've got silver and bronze and white and a couple of teal blues and grays. And that's what they look like. They're kind of like the new, I'm saying new, but they're new to me. I don't know how new they are. Yeah, grommets, eyelet, yeah. But yeah, that's what they look like. Just a one-piece thingy. And Maddie was selling them for $4 for a pack. Yeah, so these are kind of different. So I bought several packs, as you can see. There's 40 grommets in each pack. So, and they came in the mail the other day. So this is what they look like. So, and then they squish down in the back. That's what they look like on the front. These are some bookmark thingies that I made. And here's one that I stuck on this one. But I had trouble with it. I don't know what happened, but so it got stuck in the grommet thing. But this is another kind of tag that I was working on. Still have to do the other side. So I'll stick that here. And let me do some of the Timmy stuff that I wanted to do, to use Timmy paraffin. You can see how fat this is getting, right? Woo! There it is. But look, I made one of these little things. This is like a little rubber band. It's not a rubber band. It's a piece of elastic. And I sewed a button to kind of keep it closed. So that's how I'm going to keep it closed. So I don't mind it being fat. So I'll open it. And you can open it and go through it. And I've got some other stuff. I've got a lot of tags to decorate. And let me stick this in the back. This is this is a combination of a tutorial video from a lady on Graphics Fairies and Mike Deacon's Halloween journal, where he purposely was wanting to use up just all Timmy paraphernalia. And oh shit, excuse my French. And he closed this with Velcro, and the Velcro is too Velcro-y. I should have used a magnet, but anyway. So this opens up, and you can see this is all Timmy Halloween paraphernalia, and this gets glued on here. So let me stick that on here, and yeah, I don't like that at all. Oh well, it is what it is. I already put the tape on, so let me stick this on, and then I'll make one of these. They're kind of fun. And I have a thing that I made following Patricia from La Cafe. She made a thing to store ephemera and bits and pieces. And that's where I have all my Timmy people and all my Timmy Halloween paraphernalia. So that's going to go right there on the back page like that. Okay, so let me show you my plan. Let me put this down over here. And I've got a card I'm going to decorate. Oh, what I was starting to tell you is I rearranged hi Malaya. Rearrange my craft table. My craft table is the table that drops down from the craft box, like the big box thing anyway. And it's a good size. It's not huge, but what I did was I cleared all the area behind my computer, which is like right here. See the computer? Yeah. And on the other side of my computer, I made room for my new sewing machine. And there's my new sewing machine. There's my brother. And it fits. So that's so cool. Now I can just scoot around, and I have a little stool thing on wheels on the other side. That's exactly what I'm going to do, Deb. I was thinking the same thing to reduce some of the stickiness of it. So I sewed this little piece of lace on my card, and now I'm going to decorate it with some Timmy paraphernalia. And I also made some of these. These are photographs that I've turned into cabinet cards. And nice, and you glue down the paper like this, and then if you kind of take a emery board to them, you get a really cool kind of effect. So you're kind of making a faux. Well, thank you. I'm happy with it. I mean, I had my little $59.95 little machine, and then I bought a brother a while back, and Deb and Becky helped me get it all set up in the craft room, right? And I just didn't like it. Yeah, I have been. And I didn't like it. So the nice thing about buying something from Amazon is you can take it back. So I packed it all up and took it back. And I didn't do anything about it for I can't even talk, forever. I didn't do anything about it. And then I decided I was going to look into buying another sewing machine. And I went back and I did some research. The research part it's so hard. And this particular brother, according to the Good Housekeeping Institute of whatever, recommended this as the best sewing machine in my price range. So I bought it. And I set it all up, all by my lonesome. So there you have a cabinet card. And so I put these all on cardboard. That's on white cardboard, but this is on. And then you kind of do the emery board thing to them, and it kind of gives them that neat effect. Look at this guy. You like him? He's got, I think he's funny. These are in the creepy people on the graphic fairies. And then I printed these out. And this is kind of like the back of the cabinet card. So these get glued on the back of those, even though they're not quite the right size. But that'll be glued on the back of this, and then it'll kind of look like a I could have done it. I'll do a better job cutting them, but it'll look like a what do you call it? Cabinet card. So that's the end. That's how I'm going to finish those off, and then they'll go in those pockets. I've been trying to get to doing the Timmy thing, and let's try if I can't do that. All right, so here's my ephemera keeper that I made following Patricia at La Cafe. If you're not familiar with who she is, she's a hoot. I'll tell you what, funny, very French, and has this really deep, smoky voice, and she very irreverent. And she makes some really cool stuff. But this is one of the things that she made. This was an old video. This is quite old. But this, and I don't know what I use for the cardboard, but it opens. So here you can see I've got this is kind of all the Timmy kind of flowers. And this is some other kind of ephemera. And then that goes here. And I didn't fill that out. So I have nothing over there. But let's turn it over on the other side. And on the other side, look, this is where all my Timmy people live. Yeah, you made one of these too. Yeah. And so this is where all my Timmy people live. And then on this side, this is where all my Timmy Halloween paraphernalia lives. And I've been making a dent. And I'm going to make a dent, do a little more dent work here on this. So we're just going to glue some stuff down. And maybe stick this here, and maybe I used over here, I used those dot things. So maybe we'll stick that there, and stick maybe an external use only. Maybe stick that there. We'll glue those down. And fill it in. And he's, what Mike did, he really made a dent in his. He really did some stuff. Thanks, Aunt Beck. Yeah, and I guess you can make these any size you want. And I have a whole double page spread of these that was not even filled. And I have some other ephemera, like Timmy ephemera, that I could put on those, fill those pages with. I should have, I didn't outline that. Oh, well. Yeah, it's nice. And when you look at it, there's a lot of stuff in there. There's a lot of stuff. I bought some other Timmy people, but by accident, I bought the Timmy people that are on, what do you call it? The thick stuff. Not cardstock. I know. I heard that this morning at Miriam's stream. Someone was talking about him. He couldn't have been that old, right? Was he Joey? Was he the character? Was that his character? Was Joey his character? Isn't she? She's the best. I miss her when she's not here. I know a lot of times she's got to go take care of her Mill or visit Mill, mother-in-law. So I'll put wicked here. Wicked, wicked. And I'll remember to do this. Oh, he was Chandler. See, I'd never watched Friends, so I'm not familiar with. I mean, I knew Joey because he was Chandler. Who's Chandler? No, I don't know. Let's stick this here. I don't know who Chandler was. I can't picture him. So. Oh, was he? Okay. I didn't realize that. That's sad. He's fairly young, though, right? He had to be young. Did he commit suicide? Is that where? That's stuff that I don't really. See, we'll open this and we'll put some more Timmy stuff in here. How about her? And let's throw in a bingo card. This is kind of fun. You just take all of your stuff. I'm assuming you have some stuff. Oh, he was sarcastic. Okay. You think I'm sarcastic? Really? Really? You think I'm sarcastic? Being sarcastic now, huh? Yeah. I don't think of myself as sarcastic. It just comes naturally. I don't know whether that's a New York trait or not. There it is. Ah. Oh, he drowned in a hot tub. Oh. Sarcastic. Yeah. I just come by it naturally. I don't even think of it. And I don't know. You know, I say it's because I'm a New Yorker, but I don't think that's I shouldn't blame that on New York. I'm trying to think. I guess my mom was sarcastic in her own little sweet way, you know, that kind of subtle sarcasm. And that's what some of my students said. They said that, you know, you either get me or you don't. I guess because of my sarcastic mannerisms. Yeah, you're from upstate New York. Upstate New Yorkers aren't sarcastic. They're nice farm folks. Right? Yeah, there's no. Ta-da! No sarcasm, right? Good folk. Oh, look at this little one here. Ooh, come here. Beware. Woo! I like that one. Yeah, those are different cultures. I've lived in suburbia, classic suburbia USA, in Wantor, Long Island, where Jones's Beaches. Classic suburban development, built after World War II. Actually, Wantor was right next to Levittown, and Levittown was built. They were identical houses. They were prefabs. They were put up on concrete slabs, and they were designed by a man by the name of Levitt. Go figure. Levitt. Levittown was huge. And Wantor was right after. And these homes were all built post World War II. So it was classic suburbia, USA. And the houses in Levittown, they were identical. I mean, if you were drunk and came home, you might show up in the wrong house. And it was amazing over the years how people had, personalized their little Levittown boxes. Now, Wantor, where my parents built a house, there was no two houses the same on my street, and that was just, the community was just developed differently. It wasn't developed; it was lot by lot. Whoops, upside down. So across the street from our house was a fallen down shack type of thing where this old couple lived, and then next door to us was a sprawling, like 2-story Victorian house. So every house was literally no two houses the same in the neighborhood that I lived in. Some of the newer homes were more like suburbia, but Levittown is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of homes, all exactly the same. There was a TV show, and I think it was HBO, and it was really funny. It was by the woman that did Orange is the New Black. She did this. Maybe some of you are familiar with it. The name of the show was Weeds. Anybody remember Weeds? And the opening song is "We all live in ticky-tacky houses, and they're all the same" type of thing. And man, that stuff sticks right away, doesn't it? Holy crap. And it's Weeds because the suburban housewife, she ends up selling weed, I think after her husband dies. And she gets, as the series goes on, she gets involved in the cartel, and it's kind of funny. There's some more Timmy stuff, and I think you remember Weeds? That was a funny show, wasn't it? And that was the same woman that did the Orange is the New Black. Is that what's her name? Samantha? No, Chimes? No. I'm trying to think who that writer is. Oh, look at this one. That's a big one. Woohoo! Got a big one. Let's see. Whoa. That's a real big one. I think I like this. This is nice when you just stick it back in there. Granted, you can't see everything, but that's the fun thing. You kind of move them around and you get surprised. Like, oh, wow. Who ate that? Somebody ate that. Well, that's okay. We'll stick it there, and I'll put a bug on it, like the bug ate it. What was her name? I know she had to support herself. Yeah. And she really was. And I don't recall ever seeing her actually imbibe. I mean, smoking weeds, but hey. Well, now it's legal in a lot of states. Not here in Florida. Hell, it'll never be legal in Florida if they're banning Charlotte's Web, for Christ. Sandra rhymes. I knew there was an Himes in it. I know. Good old, I can't think of, I can see her. Rhyme. Yes, Sandra. Yes. She had, no. It was kind of a kinder version of getting into drugs, kinder than Breaking Bad, because Breaking Bad. Really? Well, I have a stamp album, that's got the little things, and the little thingies. They're called Stack books? Really? I wasn't familiar with the name. Stack books. I have one of these, but I don't think this is what you're talking about. I got this at one of the, Jesus, get at it. Ugh. Ugh. Defy auctions, but this is just a way of storing stamps, right? This is not a stack book. Mary Louise Parker, very good. Yes, she played the main character. Yes. And then her son helped her out in the drumming up business because he was in college, wasn't he? I think. Ooh. How about a hand? Let me give you a hand. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Okay. That's okay. Because I bought a stamp album thing to put stamps, put real stamps in, and it's kind of cool. It's a big loose leaf from Mystic, and they sell coins and stamps. And I collected stamps as a kid, and it's really cool. And it's got the little pictures of the stamps, and then you get those little cellophane thingies, the two-sided things. I could put something in the hand. Ooh, I've got some stuff. Let's see, what could I put in the hand? I've got some really creepy. Well, you can't tell what that is, though. How about, I know. How about 31 or poison? Oh, look at this one. Oh, this is really good. Look at this, Becky. Perfect. Ding. Okay. Look at this one. Can you see this? Focus. It's a hand. Barbarous Irish flax thread. I think that should go right in there. There we go. Good. Good idea. Excellent idea. Yeah, those are the actual collector albums with the little pictures, and you match the pictures. So, a hand in a hand. Yes. Take my hand. And I forgot to. Oh. Keep doing that. This one really needs it. I have enough ink on this thing just to get around just a little bit. Ah. Come on. Just need a little bit. There. That makes all the difference. Oh, what a friggin' mess I'm making here. Oh, well, it wouldn't be a stream. It wouldn't be my stream if I didn't make a mess, right? Let's put this way. All right, I'll stick that right over the stitches. Because the first time I sewed the lace on, I saw that you were dinging me. You like to ding me when I'm streaming. I will look at it. I will look at your dings later. So this is Barbars, BOURS apostrophe Irish flax thread. Okay. Irish flax thread. There you go. And this thing is almost empty. You know how hard it is to fill these things with the big thing, the big glitter glue thing, and put in the little glue thing in those funnels. Oh my God. Forget, those funnels are they're a joke. Backs up and then you got glue everywhere. Oh, what a mess. All right, that looks good. Thank you, Aunt Bex, for that brilliant idea. And now we'll stick this here. And we'll try going to this bigger thing. This is Aileen's that I tried adding some. Oh, it's nice grandma blaming it on the grandkid. She's blaming it on poor Owen. Poor Owen. Innocent Owen. So I'll squeeze this out. Look. There's no reason why this shouldn't come forward, because that's the rust from the pin. Really? Nothing like a good old rusty pin, right? Ah, it's really bad. Let's get out my baby bot. That's over here somewhere. Ram it, ram it, ram it, ram it. Are you all, everyone, gonna get into the big freeze according to Ryan? All you all, Ryan Hall, all you allins. He's talking about the big freeze. It's going to be the coldest Halloween and since the beginning of time or something like that. I don't know. It ain't going to be cold here. It's supposed to break. I forgot to outline that again. What is wrong with me? It's all right. Let it go, Ann. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, well. Yeah, that's exactly what am I going to do. What am I going to do? Ugh. Okay. Now, I think we need a stamp here. Yep. And that was one of the things. The very first thing I had on my list of things to do. Are you ready? Ink it, ink it, ink, ink, ink. Right. Look. Stamp the pages. Make pockets. Pockets add GF images. That's my notes to myself. I don't know why I bother taking notes and then not following them. That's just, I've got this stamp. Stick that there. Yeah, big old horsefly. That looks like a horsefly. And if anybody, I'm sure a lot of you, if you've ever been bitten by a green fly, or, I know she's right, or a horsefly, oh my God, is that the most painful thing, to be bitten by one of those boogers? Oh, and they leave a welt like you would not believe and hurt. Whew. Big old green. Yep, she tried. Light flurries where you are. Okay. That's what's forecasted. And this is a really cool device thing that I got from Spectrum Arts Creation, and it's their first ever tool that they have designed and manufactured, and I will demonstrate how that is used. And I can't find my ink thing, so I will use this. You can use it as an ink thing too, so I will use it. Look at that. That worked out really cool. So that came out really well. I like that one. And I'm not going to use Velcro. I'm going to probably use a magnet. Oh, there you go. Now that would be something to do in front of the TV. Take this all of these pieces and ink them. Okay, Gail. So glad that you were here. Sorry you must go now. But that came, all right. And that's what you're going to, yeah, I'm not going to use the Velcro, even though what Deb said, do a half a thingy. That would probably de-Velcro it. But look how much of that stuff I used up that I've had for years. And now when this gets glued in the book, it's just gonna get glued like here. So you'll have a pocket, on the top. And what Tim did, some of these, he filled this in with craft paper. And then that was a journaling spot. But no journaling spots. So that's one of those. And I just felt like using some of the lace. And I will put that in the book. Let's see, where's the book? Where's the book? On the floor. I'm kind of liking how chunky this baby's getting. I mean, it's seriously chunkified. All right. I think this should go right here, don't you? Right in the front. And I think I should use double-sided tape on this. Need the serious stickums. I was asking, I don't know whether anybody responded. Has anybody in here ever used Aileen's clear glue? I've got her tacky glue, which I filled in here. I know, and I think it's cute too, and I'm just so not cute, but I felt like putting it. And I just wanted to try out my sewing machine in its new location. Yeah, I like the lace too. I'm not a lacy. Oh. Not the clear. Yeah, I was wondering about the clear. I mean, their glue is good. I mean, that's a good product. And I buy the Beacon 123 because it's cheaper than the Fabri-Tac. But I think it's the same. It's the same. No, I didn't. I didn't see that. I'll have to go back and look at it. I was watching, speaking of patchwork, I was watching Conquering Mount Scrapmore with, hi, I'm Brenda. In one of her videos, not one of her newest ones, but I guess one of the older. In the back, she's got hanging on her wall the most gigantic, like scrap quilt I've ever seen. Yeah, no, regular Aileen's, it dries clear too, yes. But they've got Amazon, they have like a sample pack, and I guess Aileen's has, I don't know, 3 or 4 different types of glue. I mean, from the regular to the tacky. Oh yes, Safia's rug is the big rag rug that she's braid. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Let's see. Retack glue. I don't know what retack. Obviously, you're tacking it again. But Mike Deacon was using Elmer's clear glue for a while. And now he's using Oohoo's, not the Oohoo stick, but the Oohoo spirits. He calls it spirits that come in the tube. It's almost like a modeling glue. Let's see, I've used some of it on the backs of hand-carved stamps. So the 6th, oh, okay. But when it's off the block, it sticks to everything. Oh, okay. I don't know. Just recently, I just can't seem to be happy. Stick it down there with any of the glues. And that's aliens tack it over and over. Okay. So there, you can open that up and you can view all your Timmy stuff. And there'll be a pocket here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Or you can stick a photo. This is the Academy of Young Witches. You can stick them in there. And see all these tags. All of these tags can be decorated, and rightly they should be decorated with the Timmy paraphernalia. So that can go like so. And we can stick some of these pictures in here, right? Stick this guy in here, like so. Let's see. I got a doily in here. Ooh, I got a pocket here. All righty, let's see. Are you up for more? You hanging in there, folks? I can do some more. I want to do some more. I am going to do some more. Let's work on some more stuff. Let's add some, whoops. Oh, let me show you the thing that Maddie's Spectrum created. So this is for those of you, thanks, Ampex. So this is for those of you that make your own tags. And that what they've done is they've given you the angles. It's hard to see because it's, let's see. And so they're even, 1/2 inch, 3 1/4, 1/4. So if you're making your own tag, which I normally do, I can just stick this right here like so. And I just hold it like so. And then just cut. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering. So you just cut like so. And then you want, I know you can take this and move that over to the other side, or you can just flip this over and move it over here. And then you have evenly spaced things on your tag, just like that. Voila. So I thought that was a neat thing that they designed, and they were pretty excited about it. They were saying this is the first thing that they've actually conceptually came up with and actually produced and manufactured. So I was happy to buy it and use it. And the other thing, and then you make your little thingy in the middle here. Right, tag corner cutty thingy. Yes, you can do that. Yep. Just choose a 45-degree angle, and I bet you that's what most of these are. Yeah. Or you can fold them in half and then there's all different types of ways of doing it. And then for the, let's see. I make my, make your thingy here, the hole. I like to do this. Just take a piece of something or other like so. And like so. And let's see how quickly I can lose that. I can stick that like so, right? You know what the smart thing would be? I just figured it out. The smart thing would be to glue this down first and then punch the hole, right? What glue? What glue? Let's pick another glue. How about a clear glue? We've used every kind of glue. This is Beacon 123 transferred into one of these little things. And I like this. This works really well too. So I'm going to glue that there. And then I'm going to punch that hole. And let's see. How about like so? I never get this in the middle, but that's okay. And then you have your little thingy, right? And then I'll glue this on the back side. Try to kind of line it up a little bit. It doesn't really matter. And then I've made a tag out of cardstock. Yep. My very own tag. There. How do you like them apples? That's an old expression. Are you familiar with that expression? How do you like them apples? I don't know. I like them apples. And then I can get in here and see if I can't. Well, here comes Lily. Lily. The little stirred. There. Oh my God, look what I did. But that's the back side, so you won't see that. You won't see that side. No, we didn't see that. Did you see anything, Lily? No, I didn't see anything either. Oh, I wanted to show you something else that I did. It's kind of cool. I don't know where. I'm going to use it somewhere. And I learned this from 49 Dragonflies, Barbara from Vienna. Or was it with Louise Hensel? I don't know. But anyway, these are receipts that come out when you go to the grocery store that's printed on that laser type of paper. And you take a heat gun to them and they turn black like this. Isn't it cool? And then I just rubbed something over it, ink or something, or paint. And then I just stitched them on a piece of paper. But isn't that a cool effect? You can see the Publix, but they burn, they turn black. They kind of melt. And you crinkle them up first. Yeah, then you crinkle them up and then lay them out. And then you take the heat gun to them, and then they turn black and all kind of melty. And you get all these things. And then you get this neat kind of thing that you can use like on the top of something or the top of a page or something cool. So I thought that was cool. So I screwed this up, but that's okay. I'm going to make a tag and I'm going to use some eyes. The eyes have it. The eyes have it. Oh, man. Didn't get to play Neverwinter with my son today. They stayed in town. They didn't go to the Cape. And apparently, the computer that he plays Neverwinter on is at the Cape. So he said he would call me. And I said, oh, that would be great. We can have a chat. I said, super. So he calls me, and I can't hear him. This horrible noise in the background, and I couldn't figure out what the noise was. And I finally said, what are you doing? He said, oh, I'm bike riding. I said, well, it's not working. We can't have a conversation while you're bike riding. It's just not going to work. He said, oh, okay. Maybe I'll call you later. And he didn't, but that's okay. I'm just thrilled that we spend some time together every weekend. There were years where I wouldn't speak to him, for no reason, just wouldn't contact. Peppy Roy. Roy, what a pleasant surprise. How wonderful. And Violet, too? Did Violet just come in? Did I miss you, Violet? If I did, so sorry. So wonderful to see you. And Roy, how are things out on the island? I bet you must get a lot of trick-or-treaters where you are. We were talking about suburbia and suburban developments, and I was talking about Levittown. You must be familiar with Levittown. It was built right after World War II, right next to Wantor, where I grew up. And it's all those houses. Oh, okay. You've been playing? You've been lurking and playing? That's good. I lurk and play a lot. I really do. I'm a great lurker. I'm a very quiet lurker. Deb Farrell. Right, darling. Yeah. I would imagine you get lots of kids. Yeah. You're situated right in the heavy kid traffic. I bet. You used to get a lot in Montauk. Yep, you better. Still warm and sunny in Eureka, California. I love that name. I love that name. Whoever named your town Eureka had a wonderful sense of humor. Don't you think? Eureka. There. The eyes have it. I know, that was so predictable. Hi, Riri. I missed you too. I hope you're just coming in, and I'm just. You get lots, and you love it. Yeah. I would enjoy it. Roy, you look marvelous, sweetheart. Dinner is ready. Well, you enjoy your dinner. My dinner is leftover pizza. Pizza. Oh, thank you. A thumbs up would be super. How about a bat? I wouldn't bat an eyelash. Oh boy, bat an eyelash. How bad is that? Take me out. Take me out. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the big chill, according to Ryan Hall, all Ryan Hall, saying it's going to be the coldest Halloweeny in forever, since ever. Big chills coming down. Yeah, it never makes it quite to Florida. We might have a big chill, meaning it'll be a 70s, which is better than 80s. We've been still in the 80s, so. But usually by this time of the year, I've got the AC off and the windows open, but not so much. Oh my gosh, Roy, lucky you. Locally caught sea bass. Sea bass is so expensive. And it can't get any fresher than that, huh? Lucky you. That's something I never caught. I went fishing. My grandfather, and I used to go fishing every Saturday morning. We had a boat, and I guess we never fished for it, because we fished for flounder and fluke. So that's what we caught. That's what we were fishing for, and that's what we caught. If we caught anything, that's what. And every once in a while, this ugly fish called a sea robin. Been at parties where someone has given me the big chill. The big chill. Ah ha ha ha. I get it now. Thinking, why? And then when you said someone's giving you the big chill, also I'm thinking of the movie The Big Chill, and then now I understand what you're referring to. Well, that's their loss if they're giving you the big chill. What did they miss? They missed out on a lot. You're in your 40s and drizzling. Yeah, that I think that's kind of the very miserable, that cold, damp, drizzly. That's London weather. That's London weather. That's how it is in London. Oh, okay. Fluke are off season on the do not keep list. Well, I can understand that. Yeah. Well, down here, well, I guess everywhere, the swordfish were endangered. They were really in bad way, and the fish and the restaurants down here, they took swordfish off the menu because it was so, the populations of the swordfish were so way down that all of the restaurants took it off their menu. And I had a student whose father was a professional. That's what he did. He was a swordfish fisherman. I guess the swordfish have rebounded because people laid off it for a while and it came back. Because I can buy swordfish now, which I love. Frozen, of course, but oh yeah, Carol's had miserable snow. That picture that her son took last week, that looked like at least 4 inches of snow. Well, where I live south of Buffalo, we always had a snowstorm, a heavy, wet snow before Halloween. Always, every year there was always snow before Halloween. And I'm saying, 8 to 10 inches, not just a dusting. And with the leaves still on the trees and the heavy, wet snow, it was, a lot of limbs came down and such. Yeah, we would have snow from Halloween to Mother's Day. We'd get the lake effect snow. Lots of snow. Lots of snow. It snowed here last Christmas up in Cape Canaveral. I have video. It snowed for about, 3 minutes. And you could argue that it wasn't snow, it was sleet. But it was white. So I called it snow. I was so excited to see snow. So how about some eyes here? And then why don't we stick in some Timmy paraphernalia? Like so. Let's stick in that. Boy, I'm trying to use up this is my Timmy Halloween stash. And I was inspired by Mike Deacon, who made this coolest journal. I think he just called it his Halloween journal. And all of the pages he used were black cardstock pages. And he just filled them. I mean, just stuffed them. Glued Timmy paraphernalia all over them. Tags, flippy floppy things, which I just made, and then just went through all of his paraphernalia, and that's what I'm trying to do. And it's fun. It is fun. I have this little thingy that I made. Oh, look at this. We have White the Druggist. That's interesting. Nixon, Texas. Keep me in your mind's eye. Oh my God. I love Florida oranges, so I always hope for them. Yeah, right. No, yeah. Look at that. How ironic. Oh my God, stop it, Ann. Ironic, get it? Yeah, they used to have those smudge pots. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, I can remember coming down here in February to see my parents and flying home to Jamestown, New York, and the car just buried in snow. I need something red. Let me stick this in here. Let's see. I got some red poison. Ooh, how about some red poison here? Stick that there. And what else? What else? What else? What else? How about shake well? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's fit up here. I need a little circle. Let's see. How about this one? I know. I'm on a roll. Ooh, how about that? Stick that there. No, 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 no. How about this here? I'll stick this here. Just kind of jamming it in there. Stick this over here. Here. I need something here. Let's see, what do we got here? It's too big. How about that? And I can stamp another little bug or something on that. Yeah, there you go. I see. Very good, Violet. Violet's into the eyes have it. Yes, 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 yes. The eyes have it. Yes. White, the druggist. Nixon, Texas. I'm taking he's a white pharmacist. Ironic. Yes, 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 yes. Nothing like a good pun. Nothing like a good punster. I mean, I think that's a lost art. My ex-husband was a really good punster. He was a really, yeah, he was full of them. Well, I was watching football earlier, multitasking, where they're not keeping their eye on the ball. A lot of interceptions. And I can't, last year, as you know, I cleaned up the football pool at school that I'm a member of. I cleaned up. I won 4 times and came in second place overall. And this year I can't, oh my God, can't get anything right. The games are, you pick the teams you think are going to win. I mean, the New York Jets, who have sucked, excuse me, but sucked, beat the New York Giants today. Not that the Giants have been great, but no one expected that. There's been a lot of upsets. And when you're in a pool like that, you try to pick maybe one upset to try to catch everybody off, so that if everybody picked, say, San Francisco, and you were the only one that picked the other team, and you're betting on just that one upset. Well, this season so far, there are numerous upsets, and I have not been successful at all. I only got 6 right. Yes, yes, Roy. It's that odd-shaped ball. Yes. Or that could be rugby, because rugby has an odd-shaped ball. It's a overweight football. Yeah, I don't find many crafters that are into football. I know Barb Owen likes basketball, local basketball. I started watching football when I was 15 years old with my father. And now I still watch it. Not as much. I mean, I was really kind of like really, really into it. And and I'm still in this pool. This pool from where the school I used to work at, that pool has been around for at least 16 years. See, this works pretty good. It grabs right away. Now, you know what this really needs? Really needs it, and I'll probably do it, but not not in front of you. No, yes, not in front of you. It it needs like white splatters. Hi, Angie. Welcome back. Or red, maybe deep red, blood red splatters. Would red look good? And here's like some. I forgot to ink. Gosh. Oh, well. That's okay. Olivia's going to play basketball. Good. It's okay, Lily. Just a golfer. Just a golfer. Not looking for their balls. There. But I think splatter. Like maybe red ink. Or I don't know if you can see the red ink. If you need, it would be really good if I had, I don't know, red nail polish. Wouldn't that something really glossy and red? But I don't think like the red won't show up on that. So maybe white or something like that. Because I don't like, here's like a red Posca pen. And I think even if you kind of did dots. Oh, wow. Well, okay. Can you see that? Maybe I should throw in some white dots too. Yeah, that you can't see that. Yeah, you can't see it. See it. Well, I've been watching Prime Suspect on BritBox, and it's an old series with Helen Mirren. God, what a great actress she is. And she just found out that she's pregnant. And she's also arranged to have an abortion because she doesn't want to have a baby. The British are so cool, and I mean they just. And this is again a much older series. Oh, okay. I'm sure Olivia will be an excellent basketball player because she's just a natural athlete. Being a pickleball phenom. Yeah, that was so funny when Janet read my zine and she had no idea what pickleball was. Right, because that's how it ends. My zine story ends where Chuck the cucumber, who doesn't want to become a pickle, becomes a pickleball champion. And I have a picture of him holding, I think, a pickleball racket, and I have Deb's granddaughter, Olivia, a picture of her in the corner of the zine. So this is kind of like splatters of the Cranford series. Now, what channel is that on? Because I love Lady Judith Dench. Dame. Is that on BritBox? Oh, on YouTube. Okay. All right. Cool. So I never think to watch like TV type things on YouTube. Do you have the YouTube Premium? Like the free and no ads? Get out. I was just going to ask whether you had the premium YouTube where there's no ads, but you pay for it, because I always get things for, try it for a month. You found it for free and no ads. Jeez. Free and no ads. That is just incredible. Isn't what we all want, is free and no ads? Yeah, I have no tolerance for ads. They just drive me crazy. I just have no tolerance for them. So I got a lot of little red things. I need a stamp here, and I got out some Halloweeny stamps, but they're kind of, let's see. I've never used them before, as you can. Oh, that kind of, let's see. Whoa. Maybe I could use that. I'll stick it like so, like that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, those are. Oh, there's my thingy. That's the thing I was looking for. Those are my blood stamps. Those are blood splatters. And a light bulb. And I'll stick this here and like that. And then we'll do a little black ink over here. I know, it's just horrible. I just, okay, so I'm binging on 1960s Brit TV, Mark Saber, Detective and others. Oh, wow. Well, I just finished watching Vera, and each Vera episode is 89 minutes, so that would not be to your liking. And Prime Suspect, I do believe, is like there. How about that little dude? Whoops. Yeah, he's a little dude. Well, I signed up for BritBox with the all intentions of watching like the older British sitcoms, and I want to watch As Time Goes By, because that's one that I never watched. I've seen every single Keeping Up Appearances probably about 5 times. To the Manor Born is there, and I highly recommend To the Manor Born if anybody's looking for a good Brit comedy. That's a good one. And but I've never watched As Time Goes By. And there was another one that Mary Lou liked too, and I can't remember the name of it now. So, well, that's that one, and you can see my hole is off centered. And you've watched As Time Goes By. Deb, I used one of your wood signs on something I made. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's about it. It's almost 7 o'clock. And yeah, thanks so much for being here. think we got some stuff done. Let's take a quick look. Let's do I still have piles of stuff. I'm not real happy with that at all. It's kind of a blah, 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 blah. I think my other tags are far more interesting. And I've got a whole bunch of pictures to back with the little, with the, look at her, isn't she? Oh, and I bet you she was probably a very lovely person and a lot of fun. Look for a fine romance. Deb, look for. I have seen that one. I have seen A Fine Romance with Judi Dench. I do remember watching that one. Okay, Miranda. Okay, all right. You enjoyed it. Yeah, To the Manor Born. I love that relationship that they had. That's right. It is Hallmark movie right now, right? 'Tis the season for Hallmark. Do they show those kind of movies all year round, or is it just Christmas? I'm sure they show them all year round. All right. So it's getting fat. Whoop. So we made this one with the Timmy ephemera chock full with a little lace. I added that with my new sewing machines, which is now right on the other side of my computer. So here's some pages that will have to be filled with some goodness. Here's a Poe picture. Christmas movie. Yes, let's do Christmas. We haven't even gotten through Halloween, but that's soon. And here's a little ghostly manor and some pictures that I did. And let's see. So you can look at this. I got all sorts of stuff. I mean, there's still. And I got a little belly band here where I put this on upside down. What else is new? And this. And here's a Poe. Here's the tag where I put the ribbon on. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. There. Another Poe page. And I think this is my favorite tag. It's got I did the 3-dimensional thing. I added the cardboard underneath and that skelly head. I like this one the best. I got to put the ribbon on that. Let's see. I love this picture. I got a little thingy here. Maybe she can stick right there. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I got another thing here. So how about here for her? There you go. I got her. Oh, there's a pocket. So there's still a lot of stuff. This is when I did the double thing. I put the one behind the other and kind of gave it some dimension. See? Like double vision. Oh, this is going to be another like this, not like that. Yeah, like that top hat. That has to be done. Here's another so-so tag. This gets glued in here. So you can see I still have an enormous amount of work to do. I made her into a tag and then another tag here. So you can see that hopefully I will get this finished. And next Sunday I can give you a total complete flip through of the whole thing with all those tags done. And then that thing I have to fix. Okay. Well, thank you so much for being here. As always, it's a pleasure to spend some hours with you. And yeah. Oh, I have a little book too. Speaking of a little book, I made a little book that's going to be an insert that's going to go in here. I got stuff for all the little pages. And so that's going in here. I've got to glue this all together, but I have all of the little things to put in here. Let's see. Yeah, look. Looky there. And a little book. So I got to put that together too. And that's going to go in here somewhere. Somewhere it's going in here. We'll find a place for it. I don't know. Somewhere. All right. Well, have a great week, everybody. I'll probably see you out on the net somewhere. My mother used to say, if you can't be good, for God's sakes, be careful. Words of wisdom from Eileen Horenberger. Eileen May. All righty. Bye-bye. Be good.